stop focusing on storytelling and spend more time on action. You know, a lot of innovation leaders, I consistently see and hear about in conferences and panels, and that's awesome and that's amazing. But I just struggle to understand, how are you having enough time to actually build a solid core team that is actually really trying to tackle your tough business problems? You know, how do you find the time to be like in a week of basically conferences and those many innovation panels? So choose between showcasing your story and actually doing something innovative for your organization. And there's nothing wrong with obviously building a public profile and being out there, but be selective. That would be my advice.
Stop optimizing for the short term and start thinking about the long term, and then planning to reach the long term through shorter term iterative results. So there's an interesting balance there. There's a nuance. It's not about optimizing for the short term revenue target. It is about optimizing for short term learning that you can get.
Stop thinking that there's a perfect formula for innovation and the perfect person for innovation. It's a combination of a bunch of different things.
And what should they start doing more?
Focus on customer problems, not new technology.
Can you elaborate on that a bit more?
It's just, I think I said it earlier, but it's, quantum is now kind of this like hot new thing that's coming up. And so everybody's looking for products they can build with quantum, but they're not really investigating which problems can be solved by quantum. So I think it's again, really turning it on its head a little bit. It's so easy. Or like when VR came out, or even, I remember in the advertising industry, anytime we could do anything with artificial reality, it was the coolest thing ever. But was that really the best way to get the message across? Probably not.
Exactly.
Right? So don't focus on these shiny new things. Focus on the people you're trying to serve. That's how you're going to actually build a product that customers love.
Thinking that there's only one solution, like they have one very crystal clear cut, like, I said, A, B, C, D. These are the 4 steps to succeed. I would never want to be that confident that it's A, B, C, D. It could be multiple paths to get to D, or it could be A, B, C, E, right? The outcome could be very different, but being open to that, I think, gives you a better chance of succeeding if you have multiple ways to succeed.
Okay. And what should they start doing right away? Like aside from that,
looking at assessing, where the constraints would be. Sometimes constraints are good because you actually can be more creative if you have enough constraints, right? Like I like to use this example. If someone told me to write a song, I don't know where to start. But then if you told me a genre, a subject matter, maybe some instruments, I can actually be very creative in that, given those constraints. So, actually looking at what constraints you have, and then which ones are you're going to live with and which ones you want to get rid of. And then that's just solution space, right? And then I think sometimes we just have to say we are comfortable passing on an opportunity that's outside our solution space.
Move, do something. Look less inward, more outward.
Okay. What should they? Well, you kind of answered it. What are some other things they should start doing right away, other than what you just said?
Don't grade me. They should open to quick wins. Identify quick wins. That's it.
To be open-minded to different perspectives. So the only way that we get to see things that are different than our lived experience is by being open to different perspectives. I know you said quick fire answer, so I was going to dive into college soccer.
No, so having a different perspective or mindset, being more open, right?
Being open to other people's perspectives and mindsets. And that can be different crafts, different backgrounds, different countries, whatever it might be. I think different comes in many forms, and it's just about being open to those perspectives.
I guess, just from a technology perspective, I think sometimes we dwell on technology that might not have the most value, right? That drives business. right? I mean, we all get excited about like new devices and gadgets, right? You know, iPhone comes out every year, or, you know, something's like faster, quicker, something's more efficient. But I think as a business, we also have to think about, hey, you know, that's cool. We saw it at CES or something, right? Is that going to support the business? Kind of as you grow, like within the industry or company, you just have to be better and more comfortable at letting things go. You know, if it's not working, right? And I'm not saying like I've definitely, you know, held on to stuff like in the past too, right? But then like, especially now, you have to think about that more and more.
You can't just create these teams without any goals. They have to have goals. Commit your budgets to it, and you commit your organizational planning. I gave the example earlier of, you know, taking 30% of my operating budget and my time and resources with people and committing it just to stuff that's not going to launch this season. As crazy as that sounds, if you look at it from a business perspective, if you're a business leader on this call and you have nobody on your team thinking about tomorrow, that is a big problem that you have. That is not, and I don't say that lightly, because there's way too many organizations in this world operating that way. And not to take anything away from the importance of right now or this quarter or the upcoming board meeting or the shareholder report, all of that's really important. But you have to invest in the future. And again, don't say it lightly.
Stop trying to innovate without any focus.
Okay, cool. And what should they start doing right away?
Yeah, I guess the exact opposite. Create sustainable innovation programs that are aligned to corporate objectives.
Select quality over quantity. So just because you have a dozen ideas doesn't mean they're good, but you can have two ideas that are great.
Okay.
So
on that same point, what are some things that they should start doing immediately? Like starting.
If they don't already do it, iterate, fail as quickly as possible to find the right solution so that you can move on and adopt it as quickly as possible.